Yeah, I tell them, I was like, you're crazy. I'm not wasting that. Too important.
FM, Dr.Batson of Batson and Associates here with us again on another Sunday morning. Dr. Batson for being here with us. Good morning, Dr. Batson.
Good morning, Mr. Green, sir. How are you doing?
Well, sir, I'm all right, sir.
I find you hesitate, boy. You pause. You sure?
Yeah, I had to check.
You had to check. Okay, I hear you. Fact check before you say something.
Yes, sir. You know, some people that say, yeah, all right, are you good enough? No, I just check. And they're not all right?
True.
I just check.
True.
And make sure I'm saying the right thing. How are you doing?
I'm good enough. I'm good. You know, considering all, I tell persons, everyone who is alive should be glad that they're in the land that they live in, because of so many persons that died last year and the year before that. I mean, I can't count the amount of sympathy cards I signed. Yeah, and persons who phones that I would have called and had a conversation with, I can have a conversation with them again, they're just not here. I remember calling someone phone and it's a female and a male answered, and he was like, I said, okay, I'm calling to speak to so and so, and he was like, boy, if I tell you something, that person not with us again, you know. I said, they're not with us again. He said, well, the person died. They had COVID. You know, so.
Yeah, that is
yeah.
I remember going to someone's home and 1 week, so say like was a Thursday. I went to their home, and then possibly the following week, the lady's son called me, and it is because the first lady that I met, she had died. Her son was calling me to say to come and do something by them there, and then he said. So I asked about the lady, and she passed away.
Yeah.
It's really, really sad. I was just telling somebody that it's just people that we know every day and that we see every day. You know, taxi drivers. It's really sad, man.
Yeah, it is. So that's just, you know, showing that you need to be at least thankful, because I mean, you're alive. I mean, how many persons have gotten COVID and you're alive? So you have a lot to be thankful for at the end of the day. You know, as I always tell, a wise person once said, you don't complain, because half the people don't really care, and the next half glad is not them. So nobody really sympathizing with you, and no, very few people will do that. So
that's what I hate. That's why I hate to hear the term "better them than me." I don't like to hear people say that.
True,
that's just me, right?
I agree. I find it, you know, it doesn't really show any empathy. So a pleasant good morning to the listeners of Sky 99.5. Always a pleasure to be in your company. A pleasant good morning to the Facebook. Our Facebook persons, Instagram. Remember, we are Batson Associates Limited on Facebook. They're already coming in hot and hurry. Miss Dow Charles, say good morning. Miss Fatima Mohammed, Miss Arlene Ward, Miss Perlin Henry Raphael, Miss Marie Francilla. Yeah, people are ready, boy. Miss Anne-Marie Bob, Miss June Jatan, Miss Pamela Moses, Miss Zimmer. Yes, Zimmer Sylvan. Ovelette McFarlane, Sally Merritt. You see how going on here? Becca. Yeah, all those persons on already. That's the regulars, eh? Right? And of course,
these are persons Trinidad, or these are persons?
The majority are Trinidad. Some of them are Caribbean, and then some in the US. We have a lot of listeners in the United States, actually. England, a lot of persons in the Caribbean, Bahamas, South America, Guyana. Yeah, a lot of persons. So that's good. At least I think persons benefited and they understanding some things. Right, so I'll just continuing with the trend that we started this week, where I started speaking about depression, anxiety, insomnia, especially insomnia. I know so many persons have issues sleeping. There are a lot of persons who just cannot sleep. They don't sleep well. They don't have restful sleep. They have problems falling asleep. Oh, Dion, you in that category? They have problems remaining asleep. Thank God, and this is not me, as you just said, you just don't say better them than me, but what I would say is thank God I don't have that issue. So I wouldn't say better or older than me, but I'll say thank God I don't have that issue. I do not have an issue with sleep, especially since I introduced Nerve Restore into my my protocol of supplements that I usually use. And Nerve Restore is a product that we actually push in for the month of May. We're treating you all really nice. You're getting discount and thing for the not May, sorry. Why am I saying May? April. Yeah, for the month of April. You're getting a discount, introductory price. And it's not really introductory because the product has been out for a while. The problem is to maintain the stock because the product in such demand. But we worked out that situation, so we fixed that problem, right? But the product is one that is basically designed to improve one's sleep in the sense that it makes it easier for you to fall asleep, easier for you to remain asleep, easier for in the night if you have interruptions, like if you have frequent urinating, those type of things, and you would get up and go, and then for some reason usually you have problems falling back asleep. It will help with that. So actually maintaining interrupted sleep, for want of a better expression, and it actually improves the quality of your sleep, because what you would have normally gotten rest and recuperation with 4 hours with this product, you could actually do in 2 hours. So you find you're sleeping a shorter space of time, or if the rest that you get, so those persons who have to only get 4 hours of sleep, you go and sleep 1 o'clock and you have to get at 5 o'clock, those type of persons, this is something that you should look at, because it definitely would improve your quality of life as regards to the quality of sleep that you get. And we know how important that is. I mean, just last night or early this morning, I was looking at one of these documentaries they had on the human body, and one of the things that they were showing, interestingly, is how complex your brain is as regards to the whole central nervous system function. I know it was talking about your autonomic nervous system, sympathetic, parasympathetic, that part of the body that deals with flight and fight, and how vitally important, memories are. And, there's a number of things, but it just goes to show that proper sleep, and only proper sleep, could actually assist someone to have proper neurochemical balance in the brain. If you're sleep deprived, or you're not getting a sufficient quality of sleep, you are not functioning at your maximum. You're not. Regardless of what it is you're doing, whether it's sports, arts, academia, whatever the case may be, you would not be able to function properly simply because you are not functioning at maximum output. Yeah, let's put it like that. Yeah, so there's always, I always believe in the term, there's always room for improvement. You could always better your best. That's my opinion in anything in life, because, it's always sky's the limit as regards to a number of things. So, as I said, you can actually better your situation. So young professionals, persons who work a lot of shifts, you experience a stressful life, or you're experiencing stress right now, maybe loss of a loved one, maybe divorce, maybe, something, lose business, finances, because we know with COVID, that's one of the things. The World Health Organization actually states that this year, last year, last year and the year prior to that, so it would be 2022, 2021, 2020, the depression and anxiety rates in the world have significantly gone. It's like almost quadruple what it was before. So we have a lot of depressed, anxious, sleep deprived people going around the place. Anyway, let me just say that. But I'm going to say we had people like that in the public service for years. So maybe.
Is the truth?
Yeah, because, you know, people who don't get enough sleep is not the best people to sleep with, to deal with. So maybe all the government workers only need to get a bottle and every store because, you know, some only need to learn to treat people better. But anyway, you know, that's just me being a little facetious. Yeah, that's just me being troublesome this morning.
You're not thinking with this.
Exactly. You know, get it. You know, get it. Yeah. Some people will take offense, but people who are honest with themselves will just say, yeah, you know, the public sector need to and even at Batson Associates, that's something that, you know, we continually need to work on. And I always, you know, try to impress on my colleagues, you know, the importance of proper customer service. When they do not do it, I am going to be a complete and total idiot about it because, you know, it's just, we just need to do better in that light, you know. So with that being said, we have decided at Batson and Associates to treat you guys very good this coming holiday because Wednesday is a holiday, which I actually found out quite late because, you know, I just think Wednesday is supposed to be Shouter Baptist.
Shouter Baptist. Oh yes.
Shouter Baptist. You know, and you know, I respect all holidays. I understand the value of holidays. My problem is sometimes I think I don't know why we have to stay home. I mean, you can recognize where you need to recognize and go and do the people work and encourage productivity. But you know, I going down a road that might get me in problems. So let me just stay out of there. But the thing is, thank God for the holidays, so that we have decided that we are going to facilitate persons at our offices because, you know, there are so many persons who have been trying to get appointments, persons trying to get things, and for some reason they're just not getting the opportunity to. So that's why, God's willing, Wednesday, please God, we would be opening, God's willing, on Wednesday. You could always look up on our Facebook information. I just need to clarify one or two things today. So, but it would most likely be all the offices, most likely. But as I said, we will verify that by Monday. So for you guys, but definitely that's something to look forward to because we'll be doing our consultations, doing our blood analysis. Most likely, I will split myself between Shogunas and David, half day. And of course, we will have our other consultants there, Mr. Bastamante, Ms. Karishma Ramda, and Mr. Paul Green. And that is, of course, to facilitate all this backup that we have. You know, any opportunity we get to actually try and, how to put this, try and service or deal with the persons who we have, you know, a bit, you know, or persons who may have needed to see me and they didn't get to see me. They would have dealt with the consultants, going quite well, but, you know, it's just a matter of maybe easing one's mind and, you know, well, at least I get to meet Dr. Batson and talk about Dr. Batson. I have no issue with that. Just keep in mind sometimes those days require some waiting because you are not the only person, you know, who have to be dealt with and dealt with properly at that.
Yes.
So keep that in mind. Those clinic telephone numbers, you could give us a call on the 222-8261. That's 222-8261, and that's the head office in Shogunas. You could also get that office on 314-9975. That's 314-9975. And the Debe office, that number is 223-7515. That's for Debe. 223-7515. As well as 341-4813. So Debe again is 223-7515 and 341-4813. 4813 341. Okay. Those locations, we are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Shogunas. We're also on the corner of Ransom Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Debe, as well as Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James, and the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. Please bear with us with your eye drop. We should have the eye drop by the end of next week, God willing. That's the eye optics formula. So, you know, just bear with us where that is concerned. We have finally gotten that. As I said, we have Nerve Restore in stock. Your Santula and your Alkagen water. Many of your favorites. Teas, we do have as well. Puer White, circulation, kidney, liver, prostate, male tea, cholesterol, and the list goes on and on. So remember, you can always call, get your information. Remember, follow us, like us on Facebook. On Facebook, we are Batson and Associates Limited. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. And on YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. No, Facebook is Batson and Associates Limited. For some reason, I think I said Trinidad. Okay, so we can always open the telephone lines. Keep in mind, all your questions are welcome. Health, product, services, Batson and Associates. And it doesn't have to be what we discuss in here. Okay?
Dr. Batson, you had, just when you opened, you spoke about stress and this and the things that a lot of people go through and stuff like that. Are there foods that people are eating, or are there things that persons are eating that could induce stress-related issues? Are there things that
dietary? Well, of course, definitely. I tell persons, anytime you attempt to ingest something, because a lot of people eat and they don't properly digest their food. That's an next whole topic for a different discussion. But the point is, a lot of the times, you consume certain foods that are inflammatory. They actually contribute to inflammation. Now, interestingly, I usually speak a lot about inflammation, but there are other aspects that actually cause aging and breakdown of the body. And I'll start to discuss those, especially as it relates to things associated with the whole maintenance and the biochemistry of the body. There are different aspects that contribute to aging, contribute to disease. Inflammation, however, is one of the major contributors to disease, and there are certain foods that create inflammation in the body. Coffee, sugar, too much salt, table salt, which I don't understand why people are using still.
That's sodium.
Table salt is what is it, boy? Is sodium chloride? Yeah, which is man-made. That doesn't exist in nature. They make that salt in a laboratory. Salt in nature is never white, as far as I am aware. I have seen black salt. I've seen red salt. I've seen, especially when I went to Hawaii, because they have because of the volcanoes, they would have salts that you would get that would be different colors. So I know they have black, they had red, and that's because of the formations in the rock. And then, of course, sea salt is never really white either. Sea salt always tends to be, it looks dirty, quite frankly, as compared to the salt that we have that is white and nice. The unfortunate thing, that is not salt alone. It has some glass inside of that. Silica. That is actually grounded up inside of that. So you need to be very careful. That's something you shouldn't use. If people are using table salt still, I don't know which rock you're living under. That's not a good habit. That's not a good habit at all. You are killing yourself and your family. You're narrowing some of your arteries. You're creating some blood clots. You're killing yourself. You're killing yourself. So, a lot of people confuse and say, well, you have too much salt in your diet. When they're talking about salt, what they really mean to say is sodium, which we know a lot of times you get from using salt. The thing is, the commercial salts, sometimes are iodized, where they actually put iodine in the salt because of a lot of deficiency in certain countries. In certain countries, they even have iodized water, where it is actually put in the drinking water, unknown to the population in some cases.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no kind of foolishness when they're ready, And you have iodized water. But the reason for that is because they realized some years ago that they had serious deficiency in iodine, and that was their way of trying to get it into the general populace. Of course, I am the type of person I always believe in educating people and letting them know, hey, what you need to do this, you need to do that. Your diet need to consist. Because when you look at the Western diet, our diet is significantly deficient in a number of things. Unlike if you look at people, the Asian aspect, so you look at China, Malaysia, all those places, even India. When you get authentic Indian, especially people who are involved in Ayurvedic medicine and that kind of thing, their eating and cooking practices and health practices are way better than the West. We overcook our food. We consume way too much meat. The World Health Organization estimates that the average American consumes sometimes 5 times their body weight in sugar annually. That's madness. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you're trying to tell me you would have used 800 to 1,000 pounds a ton of sugar every year? That's madness. You know what sugar that is? So those are the things that, not to stray, that we need to really pay attention to. Are you consuming foods that would contribute to a healthier you? And that's some of the things that I spoke about, not last program, but program before that. And you know, a lot of persons were complimenting and saying, Dr. Batson, that program was such a good program. And all I simply highlighted is the importance of proper dietetics and nutrition. You know, where you should have things like more complex carbohydrates, some more ground provision, things like your beetroot, your pumpkin, you know, less. I remember growing up, sausage was a thing that we never used to really get, unless it's maybe Christmas or some kind of thing. That's something. It is one thing. Sausages. Yeah, that was not something that we used to get a lot of. You know, it would be more a little fried karaili, some fried okra, a little roast melangen. That's actually one of my favorite dishes. I love what they call melangen choka. Love it. And to me, nobody could make it as good as I would make it for myself. Yeah, you know, real technique, man. You cut a little square hole in it and you take a garlic and push it in the hole while you're roasting it. And I get good training. Yeah, I get proper training with that. So yeah. And then you have tomato choka. You know, so it was more that as opposed to this sort of fried bacon, and bacon is something I don't understand why people eat it. I mean, and the note to themselves, it is not healthy. There isn't a morsel of anything healthy inside of that. Yet people eat it regularly too. That is a staple in the American diet. Hence, sausages, bacon especially. They consume that. I mean, anytime you travel to the US, if you go anyway, and especially if you're staying in hotels, the first thing you see when you go down to breakfast, that day in a big way, you know. You cannot give American society and have breakfast today and don't put bacon. You're crazy. You're looking to die.
Bacon and eggs and French toast and all this kind of...
All this sort of fancy thing to kill you before your time. So, you know, as I said, it was not that. And that's where we need to go back, you know, the vegetables, the fruits, especially as it relates to introductions where children are concerned. If you introduce children to sugar at the genesis of their... after being weaned, after they stop breastfeeding. So you start, like somebody told me they just give the baby everything they just eat. I was like, what? No, you're talking sugar. I talk about everything here, meat, pork, beef, everything, anything they eat, they give the baby. I said, you wonder why the child is sick. You know, so again, we need to pay attention to that. Someone is asking what salt is recommended. Either rock salt or sea salt. Yeah, if you didn't know that, you know now. It is really problem. Yeah, they have the Himalayan pink salt. And again, that salt is pink because of where, you know, the origin and that type of thing. As I say, Hawaii was the only place I saw those different types of salts. And I was so impressed. Yeah. So, you know, that is our word advice. Don't buy someone like thing looking too fancy. Next thing only like sometimes is this sort of refined sugar. You have the sugar that is not the brown sugar, but the next one. Then you have the even when you're looking at things like pastry and like confectionery sugar, I was like, Jesus Christ. And then they have the different type of sugars that they make, like when they make icing cake. And yeah, if you ever am eating out a cake, I try not to interfere with the icing. I find that it's so sweet. I would feel to drink an entire tank of water. Honest to God. From the time I take a little piece, I was like, nah, boy, this thing too sweet, boy. Too much of sugar.
But Dr. Batson, is there something when you're thinking about stress and stuff, is there something that people take for granted when it relates to stress? Is there anything that comes to mind that you think people just take for granted as it relates to stress? They may hear somebody just sit down and say, I feel so stressed out, or is there anything that comes to mind that you think people just take this thing for granted, but they don't take it seriously?
I mean, as it relates to stress, I mean, a number. I think it's just not only stress alone. I think it's just your general health and your general maintenance of your body. People just don't think that maintenance applies to the human body, which I find doesn't make any sense. So you'll maintain your car, you'll maintain your house. Nobody who has built a house or who has, well, even if you live in a house, even if you're renting, maintenance is key, of course. You know, there are people to come and cut the lawns. They'll have people to paint, power wash, whatever the case may be. If you leave anything unmaintained, it eventually just turns to rubbish. So the same applies to the body, and I think people don't understand first of all, there are some people who don't even know how to do preventative maintenance where their body is concerned, because the Western medical fraternity doesn't really teach that. Unless you have some sort of Ayurvedic, some sort of Asian influence where your medicine is concerned, whether it's acupuncture, meditation, yoga, Ayurvedic medicine, Chinese medicine, homeopathic medicine, integrated medicine. Unless you have been exposed to that and you're open-minded enough, then it would mean that you would have some sort of know-how to move along and maneuver where your health is concerned. The unfortunate thing is there are some people who genuinely ignorant to what is healthy and what is unhealthy. And I found that in discussion, which, I mean, you would think it's ridiculous, but the thing is, you already know. That's like somebody, like you go in, you're not an attorney, but your field is engineering, and then they take you and send you in court to fight a case. That's not happening. That can't happen. You don't have the know-how, you don't have the experience, you know nothing. Even if you're a very intelligent person and they give you a week to prepare. I mean, you might be able to, but you would not be, someone wouldn't say, hey, this person is a skilled attorney or impressive, you know, whatever the case may be. So the same applies as it relates to your health. There are some people who just don't know. You have high blood pressure, you go to the doctor, you get high blood pressure medication. You end up with diabetes, you go to the same doctor, okay, you have diabetes, now let's give you some sugar medication. Then you go back to the same doctor again, which you're doing routine checks, which is supposed to help with preventative maintenance. But the thing is, you're not getting better, you're just getting worse. Right. Then you have cardiovascular problems, then your kidney fail on you. I mean, better you to just go and, I don't know, be a baddest and go and drink and take drugs or some kind of thing. It's a piper walking the road who just piping and they're looking better than people who supposed to be taking care of themselves and following. No, I mean, let's be practical about the situation. There are some men who are diabetic. You can't move a fridge. You get one of them fellas and them out the road, them take a fridge and throw it in the back and go on it. So what they're doing that you do that you not doing? Like somebody tell me they want the immune system of a vagrant or a homeless person. I say, but I don't come just so, you know, you gotta get wet a few times, you gotta eat some food in a drain, build up your immune system and that kind of thing. The problem is, as I say sometimes, we just too fancy. So you're doing what the doctor tell you, you're eating, but the thing is you're taking medication, you're paying attention to what the doctor say. They might tell you, eat good. What does eat good mean? Because half of them don't know what that means. Not even half. The full 100%. They don't know. Even the nutritionists and them can't even guide you properly, some of them. Because I see some nutritional protocols for people, and I was like, well, who do this? They need to fire them. They don't know what they're doing. You give people bread to eat. You get a diet from me, you're lucky if you get bread. If I really put you on a proper diet, there is no bread. I want no flour inside of there. None.
Do you do that? Do you do that, Dr. Batson?
We do the diets. The ones we have is basic because, in all honesty, I am the person who really trained to do it, and the time to sit down and do that. So the process of putting those things together, basically database aspect, and we just pull when they need stuff. But there's a process in terms of digitization and what we're doing as regards to, you know, further improving the clinic setting and that kind of thing. But it's something I could do. Whether it's kidney, whether it's someone who is looking at fertility, whatever the case. There are certain foods and certain supplements that, of course, is going to give you a positive effect as regards to what you're looking for. So back to what I was saying. So, you know, it's just a matter of persons getting the know-how, being open-minded enough, because there's some people out there so stupid. I just feel sorry for them. I mean, they say you mustn't call people stupid, but honestly, there are some people who are genuinely foolish. And they're foolish because they're close-minded. You know, they say a mind works best. Who said that? Boy, is Oprah or was it Obama? Someone of those persons, I think it was Mandela, said a mind works best when it is open. So we're not saying that you need to accept everything, but if you're open-minded, you approach things in a different way. And there are some people who try to come into the argument of Western medicine is better, and you see them herbal thing and them herbal. I feel so sorry for you. You are in such a bad place. Because if you look at it, as I tell persons, the only people who do the same thing over and over expecting different results is mad people. You are doing the same thing consistently for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. You're still sick. Somehow you can't even move. You're crippled. You are termed as, which is a word I hate to hear people use, you're complicated. How did you end up? How did you end up being complicated? How does that make sense? By actually following sound, in inverted commas, medical advice. So you went to somebody and somebody decided to tell you, here what? You have polycystic ovaries, you have fibroids, you finish make children. So let's take out your womb. So we're going to do a hysterectomy on you. So you decide, okay, good. You're taking professional advice, you're gone. And these people went did what they needed to do. This is not an emergency. You are not bleeding to death. Keep in mind, understand the point I'm coming with. You're not bleeding to death. You're not in a life-threatening situation. You're in a situation where, because of your diet, because of your lifestyle, and maybe lack of certain information, you now have polycystic ovaries, you have fibroids. You may have had them for years. You decided, okay, it didn't bother you. You got pregnant. Thank God, successfully. You had, you brought your pregnancy to term. You may have had numerous children. So you may have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 children. And you have passed that. You reach a stage in your life where you may be 60. You go to shower morning or something, bathe yourself, and you realize you're passing blood. You might go, you do an ultrasound. Then the doctor tells you, they've seen something funny down there. They think they do, well, okay, here what, we're not seeing cancer, but here what, before this becomes cancer, and there's the good advice that people is getting, good in inverted commas. We're going to do a hysterectomy. Well, why, doctor? Well, you already have children and you really have any use for your womb again. Oh, really? Really? So you decided to go, you take the good advice and you took out your womb. You may do a total hysterectomy where you remove your uterus and your ovaries, or you did partial hysterectomy where you just remove the uterus alone and you're left with your ovaries. And then the problems start. You start to suffer from high blood pressure. You have problems with insomnia. You have problems with anxiety. You have problems with depression. And you wonder why? Because you have removed a vital organ, a vital component that maps out the entire body, and you have interfered with an organ system that actually deals significantly with your central nervous system. So I'm just saying that, you see, a lot of the times you end up complicated following the advice of professionals. As bad as that might sound, that's the reality. Would these doctors admit that, well, I really shouldn't tell you, shouldn't have told you to take out your womb, or maybe we shouldn't have removed your appendix, or maybe we shouldn't have taken out your gallbladder, or maybe, we should not do that spinal surgery on you? No, they're not going to tell you that. The point is, I believe an ounce of prevention better than a pound of cure. So try your best and prevent yourself from ending up in that situation. Does it require some discipline? Yes. Does it require some restraint, especially at a buffet? Yes. Does it require some level of, I already said discipline, some of consistency? That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, we need to be consistent. It's like you get up to go to the gym. I don't feel to go to the gym every day. Look, I get up this morning, I ain't going away. I was like, God, but I go tonight, or I'm going to go early in the morning. So I may not be as consistent, like 5 days a week, but if I get in 3 days sometimes in a week, it still would count for something. So the same applies to you with your health. You may not be able to eat as healthy as you like every day, but the fact is you're making a valiant attempt, and maybe one day you have to eat out and you may not have the salad option available, so you might have to grab something that you wouldn't really want to grab too much of. And that's just a matter of us really paying attention to ourselves. So that was a long way of saying that a lot of times, Dion, the food that you eat does actually make you sick. Okay? So
I don't know. Someone is sending a message here. I didn't know this. Someone says here, good morning, Brother Dion. I wonder if Dr. Batson knows that KFC changed the color of their box.
Oh my God.
They said it is black now. I wonder if he had anything to do with it. With that, you always hear him say, don't eat the thing in the red and white box. But not me. The black box looked frightening. I don't know if it is short-time promotion or if it is permanent. I know nothing about that, Dr. Batson. My lady.
The views shared by some of the listeners are not the views of Batson and Associates.
Oh, don't forget Sky.
Well, yeah, but that is your job. I do my own. we will stay clear of that. I know nothing about such.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
You can give us a call if you have any questions. Dr. Batson is with us this morning for a short time. So you can give us a call, 624-7729, 625-2759. Or if you would like to send us a WhatsApp message with any question for Dr. Batson, you can at 333-9950. That is our WhatsApp number, voice note, or you can send us a WhatsApp message at or you can give us a call at 624-7729. That is 624-7729 or 625-2759. We have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Welcome. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Batson.
Hi, good morning.
2.5 years. Good morning.
Good morning.
After 2.5 years ago, my daughter cleaning the cupboard. After cleaning the cupboard, came out from the cupboard and hit the top of her head. After some time, coming out of a car, hit the same spot.
Oh my God.
Experiencing pain day and night. Went to the hospital about 6 months. They did a CAT scan. They saw inflammation in the head. So I would like to know what product that you have to clear that inflammation.
Okay. Inflammation in the head and as after so long. Okay. Well, the water, the alkagen water would help. I don't know what is the person hydration. If she hydrates properly, but that's something she could start to do one time from today if she wasn't doing it. Her body weight divided by ounces in water should be the daily minimum requirement. So the alkagen water would help the circulation tea. There's a product we carry called Optimizer. Optimizer is a very good product for dealing with circulation in the brain. We use it a lot for persons with their eyesight. Memory helps as well. The cerebral will also help. That's primarily designed for memory, cognitive function, alertness, that type of thing. And what again? Depending on the amount of inflammation, the enzyme formula. Because the enzyme formula would basically, so those things don't necessarily have to be used all at once. I would say the alkagen water, the circulation tea, IT, optimizer. In the first instance, if the person hasn't taken a cleanse in a while, the Santulan. And then subsequent to that now, when we kind of clear up certain things, get dehydration going, that type of thing, then if the inflammation has not significantly been reduced or completely removed, we just add some enzyme formula and they should be good there. Yeah, but that's something that you need to deal with because they're going to have some far-reaching effects later on in life.
Okay, someone is calling. Let us see who's there. Hello, good morning. Welcome. Hello, good morning. Welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this was asked about is there anything to help with cataract in the eye?
Oh, yes, we do, man. We have a lot of things to help with cataract. So you can listen off it. One of the products that we carry is there's a specific eye drop that we use for cataract. Do we have any in stock right now, boy? We have one. We normally use two. We use one called MSM. We have MSM in stock. There's one called Sincera. That we do not have right now. We should get in about maybe a week, 2 weeks. Eye optics also work, but for very serious or mature cataracts, I would recommend the MSM and the Sincera and not the eye optics formula. Eye optics formula works well for a number of things: retinosis pigmentosa, macular degeneration, retinal detachment, those type of things, blurred vision, if your eye always burning watery, if you're looking at computers all day, you're looking down in lights, microscope, you do those type of work, then that's something for you. So definitely we do have that. Your IT, your MSM, and your Sincera. Okay? We keep in mind those telephone numbers. Keep in mind we are opening on Wednesday, God's willing, in Chaguanas. For sure, I know on David, where we'll be doing our consultations, that type of thing. So you can always call the office if you're interested in that, because we're going to have some spaces on Wednesday, God's willing. That telephone number, again, you could give us a call on 222-8261. That's 222-8261, as well as 314-9975. That is 314-9975. And the daily number is 223-7515 or 341, that's 341-4813, 341-4813. And we'll post up. Keep in mind, we are live on Facebook. We are Batson Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson Associates TT. And on YouTube, we are Batson Associates Trinidad.
Beautiful. We have a call on the line. Hello, good morning. Welcome.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Batson.
Yeah, good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Yes, I am calling concerning, hold on, let me just take off the back.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I am calling concerning, a year and a half ago, I did, hepatitis.
Ooh, you need to, you have to
Sir,
take off the radio.
Could you lower the radio or take it off?
Take it
please?
off.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, are you hearing me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I did the shockwave treatment to remove kidney stones.
Right.
And since I've done it, I did follow up with the doctor and everything like that, and he gave me something to actually clean whatever residues remain.
Right.
But of late, I tend to be, getting a sort of nauseousness in and out, and my skin, ever so often, I will get like little boils coming up and then going back down, which I do interfere with. So I am asking what you may have or recommend what we can use to at least, maybe, I don't know what could be causing it, but I'm listening to the program, and yes, it's true. When you go to those doctors, they just prescribe stuff, and what they give you, when you use it, after a while, they get side effects that you're not aware of. I'm not, doctors, I say, let me find out from your end what you think could possibly use.
So just now, before, let me get you clear. So you had a situation where you did the shockwave treatment because you had some kidney stones, right?
Right, yes.
You passed out all the stones as far as you know? As far as you know. But you're getting a pain and
it showed all the stones out.
Right. So the pain you experience isn't where? In the kidney area, the lower back where?
Well, sometimes at the lower back, it happens, it comes and goes.
Mm-hmm.
And when you urinate, I don't feel any pain, but sometimes the urination will be a sort of a dark color, and then it comes back clear when you're constantly drinking a lot of water. So I believe it was the dehydration. But I don't want to just assume because I'm not a doctor, but here speaking, I'm telling them I'm calling the program and finding out from you.
And the last ultrasound they did was when? How long ago that was?
That was about, I would say, a year ago.
Okay. Well, what I was saying, remember kidney stones? There are some people who are prone to the formation of stones for a number of reasons. Sometimes diet, basic aspect of biochemistry, that type of thing. So the possibility exists. That was the first and the only times you had stones, or you had stones prior to that?
I had stones when I was about the age, I'm now 52.
Right.
I had stones at the age of 21.
Right.
But those stones when I passed out like black stones.
Right.
But these came out was like more, how to call it?
Whitish.
It wasn't hard stone. It was a kind of a stone that was resting inside the kidney and passed out like a powder.
Right.
It was like a shockwave treatment.
Okay, well, right. So that, and that's the thing. So there are some people who are a little prone to stones, or sometimes I tell persons a kidney cleanse is something that everyone should do over a period of time, maybe every year, every 2 years, that kind of thing, simply because of how the kidneys are. So I would believe the possibility exists that it may have either some coming back there again. You have different types of stone. You have calcium, you have magnesium, you have uric acid, and you have combination stones. A lot of people do not know that. And some stones tend to be smooth and white in nature. Those are usually the calcium, kind of creamish color one. And then uric acid is tend to be kind of a little orangish, sometimes brownish in color. So it depends. So what I would do, there's a product that we carry called Santulan. That's a 7-channel detox. That cleans kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. Right. I suggest you could try that with the alkagen water, some kidney tea. You run that for 2 weeks to a month, and you should be all right. And the good thing about it, that's a general cleanse overall. So it's a general detox, you know.
All right. So you have that at the store, basically?
Yes, we do. We have that available at any one of the locations.
I believe you all have one in St. James here, because I'm in the West here.
Yeah, we have one in St. James. That's Red Edge Mall.
Right. So I'll visit there, and what's the name of it?
You're asking for Santulan?
What is that?
Santulan. And then, right, the alka, just tell them the water and the kidney tea. And they'll show you what is what. Yeah.
Great, excellent. Thank you very much, sir.
You're very welcome, sir.
All right.
Take care.
All right, so we have, I have a WhatsApp message. Let me just see. Someone says, hey, good morning, HCG drops.
Mm-hmm.
That is an RHCG drops. Mm-hmm. Good for weight loss. I am 66 years, no diabetic. Not a diabetic, overweight, has a spine problem. Thank you. HCG.
Yes.
HD.
HCG is a hormone therapy that they use. Now, right. I'll be honest with you. I try not to criticize. So the good thing about it, we're just talking about the drops, and we're talking about specific brand drops, right? You need to be careful with that. When coming to weight loss, I am a firm believer in the basics. Intermittent fasting, you count your calories, in that more protein in your diet than carbohydrates. If you're having carbohydrates, your carbohydrates should always be complex carbohydrates. I am a firm believer in eating maybe like every 3 hours or every 2.5 hours, smaller meals as opposed to eating bigger meals. So there are certain things. There are some people who are some exceptions to the rule, obviously. Women with specific hormonal imbalance issues, those type of things. A cleanse always helps someone looking for weight loss. I am not a fan of the weight loss fads. I have never supported them, and I'll never support it. I believe if you genuinely want to lose weight and maintain the weight loss, because that is the challenge. There are plenty of things you could do to lose weight. Somebody send something with me with salt and something in water and something to drink, and ask me what I think about that. I said, you're on your own with that. I don't know nothing about that. Because a lot of you will kill yourself, some of you starve yourself, and the thing is, when you put on the weight is going to be double or triple what it was before. And the reason for that is that because you send your body into shock. You did not do it as gradual as you want. So if it is you have a wedding to go, and you know the people getting married in 2023, 2025, start to lose weight now. Do not wait until April 2025 and the wedding is June to come to Batson and Associates and say, Dr. Batson, I have to lose 40 pounds in 2 months to fit into a dress. Okay? You're trying to lose 40 pounds in 2 months to kill yourself, and you want to accomplish, not me. Do the things properly. Do it properly. The intermittent fasting. Do what you need to do. Do you want to kill yourself with that one? But that's what you're looking for. You come here to tell me you want to lose 40 pounds in 2 months to fit in that dress. Go and lose your 40 pounds in 2 months and kill yourself. You're going to lose that, and then thing happen to you and they come in. You want to accomplish? No, not me. My name too easy to call. The telephone numbers you can give. Do you want killing yourself today with that one? No? Well, if you behaving, so you can imagine if it was Dominic would have been on the floor.
you know, easier. Let me just sense this. Let me just sense this question. So, okay. So this person is asking, my son has a nasal drip. It cleared up about 3 weeks ago, and now it's back. He suffers from chronic lung problems and other respiratory bronchitis conditions. Do you have anything I can use for him and price? Well,
you'll get the price when you call the office. How old is he?
They didn't mention his age, but they also said that his tonsils are swollen. They want to cut it out.
No.
But I know there are things that can help fight the infection.
Yeah, if they could give me the age, that'll be really good. Yeah, but ask if they could give us the age. If you could send the age for us quickly, that would help me a lot, because children would be a little harder to deal with, because they like everything is taste. But there's an easy thing to deal with, man. Easy. You're looking at silver with mineral formula. The immune formula, that would help. The lungs tea, that would help. Alkagen water, that would help. What I suggest they do, no cold water, period. No cold water. Take cold water completely out of the routine. Hot teas, no milk, no sugar. Take the dairy out of the diet too. No sugar in the teas. Significantly less amount of cheese. If you're using cheese, maybe a little feta in between in some salad or something. But no cheese, no milk. You can use your eggs. That's not a problem. And once they do that's a walk in the park to fix, man. The thing is, people who get those things, if you have postnasal drip, it went and it came back, is because the infection never cleared up. What a lot of people do not understand, that infection, do you know that infection could stay in your body for years, like 50, 60 years, without showing itself? But it could just be in a particular part of the body. Like I was talking to someone recently, and they were talking about infections, especially in your mouth. So you see people who do things like root canal and those type of things, you need to be very careful. But let me give you an example. If you can get an infection in your gums, or in the especially if you do things like root canal and that kind of thing, and that would stay there, and that could cause problems where it actually creates parasites, pathogens that would can actually cause a heart attack, sorry, which is myocardial infarction. It could cause stroke. People don't understand how serious pathogens are. And if you ever get a toothache in your life, like I had experienced sometime last year, first time in my life I thought I was going mad and dying and going crazy, you would realize how infections, especially in the mouth, could harm things. So that person who has that issue with tonsils, don't let anybody remove. They give the age?
Yeah, they're saying that he's 3 years old. And
Whoa.
he was born prematurely.
Okay, yeah, definitely. And well, the silver or the mineral formula, the inflammation formula, I would just give liquid. Obviously, I wouldn't give any capsules to that child that age. They wouldn't be able to do anything with it anyway. Yeah, the immune formula, we could...
Also, she's not giving him any dairy.
Okay, good. Yeah, but we could deal with that, man. We could deal with that. Definitely.
Someone says here, good morning, Dr. Batson. We just have a few minutes again. Yeah. Good morning, Dr. Batson. I've been having trouble sleeping for weeks, and it got worse after COVID. Started taking the nerve restore last night. Took it at 8 p.m., but was still up by 1 a.m. Fell asleep a while after, but it was like only cat naps, accompanied by bad dreams. How long before the nerve restore will start working?
Okay, let me see based on what they said there. Well, I mean, start to use it. It is work quick, but not that quick. At least give him a little 3 days to a week. What I suggest to do is take the nerve restore, not in the night, but take it in the morning instead. So I don't know if you've got any accompanying product, if you have any greens formula, if you have any inflammation, any silver with mineral formula. So if you're doing the mixtures with the liquid in the morning and the night, then take the nerve restore in the morning instead. Remember, nerve restore doesn't make you sleepier. It facilitates sleep by doing a number of things in the central nervous system. It behaves like an adaptogen. So it is not a sleep. You could take nerve restore and go and drive a car. It is not a sleeping tablet. That's what I want people to understand. But what it does, which is what we focus on in integrated medicine, is that it deals with the root aspect or the base aspect of the central nervous system, which is very, very important. And so keep in mind that situation on Wednesday. So you can give us a call. The number for Day office is 223-7515. That's 223-7515, as well as 341-4813. 341-4813. Chagonas is 222-8261. That's 222-8261, as well as 314-9975.
Someone is asking here, Dr. Batson. Okay, so the person said that they didn't take any other supplements with a nerve restore.
Yeah.
Someone is saying here, good morning to you and the doctor. I weigh about 126 pounds. That's about me, so Dr. Batson. Don't want to lose weight, but just the belly fat that can. Okay, so they said that they're about my weight, 126, and they want to lose weight. They don't want to lose much weight, just the belly fat. What can I do or use? Thank you.
I would say, you don't want to lose. The thing with Santulan, but if you use Santulan, you lose waist. I would try the advanced chlorophyll, morning and evening. That would help. The good thing about it, we're bringing out something called Santulan Slim, but that'll be the end of April. I know you all waited with bated breaths for that, right? And keep in mind, we have that special with the nerve restore for the entire month of April, right? So we're actually doing a whole promotion with nerve restore, and that's for the month of April, okay? So, but with regards to the weight loss, I would try the advanced chlorophyll and the alkagen water. And when the Santulan Slim come, try that. I don't know if you ever use the Santulan. I would also use a Santulan if I didn't use it. But keep in mind, Santulan would make you lose weight per se. You lose waist, which is something that you're not supposed to have. Because what metabolic waste does is it actually keeps fat in the body, because your body has to use fat as a buffer for all the poison that metabolic waste can transfer to the body. So it needs fat as a buffer. When you start to cleanse and detox, that's when people say, well, I'm losing weight. No, you're not losing weight. You're losing waste. What you're losing there, you're not supposed to have in there in the first place. You don't keep garbage in your house. You just keep garbage in your yard. No, you just put it outside for the garbage truck to come fit. Not so?
Let's take two more to close. Our last three. Morning, Dion and Dr. Batson. Can you talk a bit on intermittent fasting?
Okay. Intermittent fasting. The thing is, intermittent fasting is quite beneficial. You just need to get your times correct, whether you're doing a 6 hour, 12 hours, 18 hours, or 24 hours. I'm a big advocate of it because, as I said, when you go on a fast, and this is something we have known in integrative medicine for years, your body goes into scavenger mode and it actually looks for rubbish. So it looks for all the kidney stones, all the gallstones, all the fibroids, all the polycystic ovaries, all those things, especially if you're using like the fibroid and cyst formula, which actually helps with cysts and stones and all those type of things. So it's a very good practice, intermittent fasting, exceptionally good.
Okay. We have, good morning, Dr. Batson. Do you have anything to bring back the thyroid gland to normal? My thyroid is high and I don't want to take it out. Take the tablet, that the doctors prescribed. Thank you.
Yeah, we do. There's a product we have called thyroid formula. And then I just adjust the protocol accordingly, but we have other things that we use. The chlorophyll with the advanced chlorophyll is also good. The mineral formula with the silver is good. So we could always do our protocol for you, very simple, and get you to bring back, because it's not only the thyroid is problematic. You have some issues in your intestines. You're going to have some issues in the endocrine system as a whole, because your pituitary gland is your master gland, and then of course the hormones need to be balanced. So definitely, but keep in mind, as I said, we are opening on Wednesday. I'll be splitting myself between Shogunas and Debe, so I would most likely do Shogunas morning and I'll do Debe afternoon. But all our consultants would be there as well. I have Mr. Ramdan, Mr. Paul Green, Mr. Rene Bastamante. So there are persons at my office didn't know that I was going to do this, so they're going to call persons on Monday. But those of you who are interested, who may not, have been waiting for an appointment, we tell you 10 months from now, that kind of thing. We'll try and facilitate as much persons within the following, normal COVID guidelines, everything. And we'll try our best to deal with as much as you guys as possible. Okay? So DB office is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. As well as 341-4813. That's 341-4813. And the Shogunas is 314-9975. That's 314-9975. As well as 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Keep in mind too, as well, those locations, we are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Shogunas. We're also on the corner of Ramson Mooch Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Debe, as well as Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James, and Tobago is the Triangle building in Scarborough, Tobago. Okay, so I know our time is up. Dion, always a pleasure to be in your company. Pleasant good morning to the listeners of Sky 99.5. As we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Those numbers again are 222-8261. That's 222-8261. And for the Debe office, it's 223-7515. That's 223-7515. God bless you guys. And until next week, I'm going to decide if it is I am going to do, I don't know, I didn't tell Shakil anything, if you're doing a program this evening or not. But I will let you guys know before I sign off on our social media platforms. Dion, sir, till next week, God's willing.
Yes, Dr. Batson, God's blessings. God's blessings to you and Chuck. God bless you today.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Facebook family. So, always a pleasure to be in your company. I said, Josie said, I'm still waiting patiently for the cost of my products, which was listed to me months ago. Josie boy. Okay, let me see. The last August now, I have lost 39 pounds. All right, Josie Smith, I see you put something there. Is it that what number you spoke? You spoke to what? 314-9975? Do me a favor, resend that information first now, please. Send it to 314-9975. If you're out of Trinidad, well, of course, 1-868-314-9975. Okay, guys, so keep in mind that opening, as I said, Wednesday, please God. So we will be open for the holidays. So if you need to get an appointment, if it is they didn't call you, they're going to call you, they're going to give you some information, and we will go from there. Okay? Those numbers again, 222-8261. That's 222-8261, as well as 223-7515. 223-7515. Remember, as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. A pleasant good morning to you, Miss Pat Ashton. All right. Take care, guys, and God bless. What question is that?
I'll put it up quick.
What could you use to heal?
Oh, I think I answered already.
What's that?
I mean, from last August to now, I'm diagnosed with diabetes. Already.
Oh, where to access the? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they asked me.
Oh, Miss Bonnie.
Yeah.
Bruzuel. Okay, Miss Rennie. You said that from last August to now, I've lost 39 pounds. In January, I was diagnosed with diabetes and acute pancreatitis. I'm continuing eating healthy and also receive Santulan, but not sure where I can access the Alkagen water. I normally consume spring water. Any tips will be appreciated. All right, well, I get the impression that you're not in Trinidad, Miss Bruzunel. All right, so I'm going to let them put, Josie Smith. Josie Smith in London. All right, Miss Smith. But send it back to us now, please. Send it back, and I'll address it. And Ms. Bruzunel, you're going to have to do the same thing for us. Use the 1-868-314-9975 number. Because what I'm going to do, what I'm going to be doing now is actually adding all the international clients to a proper database where we have in your email addresses, your current telephone numbers, because sometimes you're giving us numbers and the numbers are not correct. All right? So make sure and send that, and so we can have you added to the database. Give me a proper working email address, and we'll be able to communicate with you guys better. All right? Thanks again, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.